Welcome, Leo, to your Leo November 2021 reading and predictions. Hi, I'm Nigel Saint James, for those of you who are stopping by for the first time, and to the subscribers. What a wonderful joy to see you again. Do you know, I see you being like my extended family. I have a great degree of warmth for you, and thank you for stopping by each month. It means the world to me. I hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Now, this is a deck called the Golden Circle Tarot. It's an independent deck that's just been released. I think the developer is Beth Martini. Well, I know the developer is Beth Martini. She lives in Chicago, and if you're interested in buying the deck or looking at it, I'm sure you can get it for a good price, considering it's an independent deck. It seems to me to be reasonably priced for an independent deck. Now, let's see, I'm going to draw 5 cards. Oh, by the way, did you know that your annual 2022 reading is going to be published on Thursday the 14th of October at 6 p.m. US Eastern. So if you're a subscriber, of course, you get it delivered straight to your box. And if you're not, it's on the playlist. So just go to the playlist on my channel. It's very simple to set out. It's just a heading at the bottom, 2022 annual calendar readings, and you will find yourself in there. The beautiful and talented Leo. Now let's take 5 cards. That's our way of doing these things. Now, this is the first time I've used this deck, so I'm not familiar with them, but already I've got a good feeling coming up from them. There's the Page of Cups, incidentally. That looks like the 9 of Wands. Really interesting artwork, I think, on this. I think you'll agree when we do this together. It's something that you don't see every day, which is why I liked it. Normally my card is 10 of coins. That's interesting. And it's good. So I won't give anything away yet, but it's coming to you. There is Death, card number 13. Did you know that in the olden days they never used to label the death card Death? It was just always known as card number 13. But there's nothing wrong with having Death there. It has very good meaning for you, I must say. And there is the Queen of Swords, which also does. Now, why don't you come sit down next to me? We'll have a good close look at the images on these cards together while I do the reading for you. Right, now I think you can see these cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have a look at this Page of Cups, which is first here, shall we? Let's have a look at her as she stands holding a cup on rocky ground near the water, of course. I call her the princess of the palace of the floods. Now, this Page of Cups is sensitive, emotional, and highly intuitive. She is dreamy, with an exquisite imagination that comes from the realms of the unconscious. This gentle page is connected to the psychic realms of premonition and intuition. You may well find they are part of your life at this time. She explores her dreams, seeking truth in the hidden levels of the subconscious, bringing her intuitive gifts to the surface. She is learning the range of her emotions, managing and understanding her moods. As she looks deep within her heart, she understands that opening the heart without fear brings healing and strength. As her watery spirit steps into the world of earth, she integrates her dreams and visions into realistic forms of manifestation. This page, I think, symbolizes the soul self, remembering its connection to the divine, healing its karma on earth. The page wants to serve humanity using her intuition. She turns inwards to find peace in her heart through the practice of meditation. Just contemplation, that is just sitting quietly and thinking, and also through prayer. Through meditation, she listens and explores the depths of who she is spiritually and emotionally, seeking answers from the sacred well within. She is a spiritual seeker, exploring and grounding intuitive knowledge. She is a visionary, channeling love from spirit. She has an awareness of her inner child within. The inner child speaks of your innocence, sensations, emotions, and basic drives. She asks you to listen to the inner child within you, I think, to nurture and to love that child. The qualities of her inner child are a dreamer, artist, and romantic. She explores and listens to her dreams and imagination, playing out the visions in the world of creativity. Now, her elements are earth as a page and water because of the suit of cups, and her task is to connect her heart, dreams, and visions with Mother Earth, with material reality. Water nourishes the ground of earth, bringing growth and life. Earth helps ground the emotional water, manifesting imaginative gifts into real things. Now, when she arrives, as she has done now, success and good news are coming. She brings social invitations with her. She symbolizes new beginnings and the start of creative projects and ideas, messages in dreams, heightened intuition, and psychic abilities. There may be a psychic awareness that begins to unfold within you. She signals that it is a time to trust your gut feelings. She encourages you to study spiritual subjects. A heightened awareness of compassion and understanding for the self and for others opens up for you now. She is a quiet, gentle soul that stirs the emotional waters of the inner self, bringing feelings to the surface, balancing them with the earth energy. Surfacing emotions can make you feel vulnerable and sometimes fearful, but she reminds you that sensitivity is a gift. It is not a curse. She encourages you to trust your feelings and not to be swayed by others. Be true to your heart. She can signal the start of a new love affair or the deepening of an existing relationship. She symbolizes the innocence of a first love or a person who is beginning to open and trust their heart to love. She can also indicate a marriage proposal or a pregnancy or birth, and you may hear of these things at this time. But she brings you inner trust and strength, giving you courage to take emotional risks. Let's have a look to see what is coming here. This is the Nine of Wands. There you go. Well, this is for me the Lord of great strength. It is the moon ruling the second decan of Sagittarius. And I also have the moon in the number 9 here as well, so there is a double lunar influence as the moon rules both the decan, the second decan of Sagittarius, and it's in the numerology of the card itself. Do you know, when the Nine of Wands enters, it can tell me that your journey has taken you through some difficult and traumatic times in the past, leaving you weary and battered. You haven't come out of your experience smoothly, but you've survived, holding your ground, haven't you? There is difficulty trusting yourself and the world around you, and that can leave you anxious, on edge, and sometimes a bit defensive, you have to admit. You have traveled the rough path of the hero's journey. Now, the key to the Nine of Wands is to understand and accept the experiences that brought you to your present state. Rest, learn, be patient and kind to yourself. Seek guidance and support. Time is going to sort things out. The gift of the Nine of Wands is the opportunity to reclaim your spiritual strength and your life. Through your difficult battles, you've changed, and a part of you is searching for answers and for peace, I think, isn't it? Yeah. The Nine of Wands path really takes you through the dark parts of your soul, experiencing the diverse energies of the world. It awakens the spiritual warrior within, empowering you to move through past, present, and future conflicts and battles with courage, inner truth, and trust. Do you know, I think you are on a spiritual journey of soul reclamation. The challenge and work is bringing the darkness you hold to the surface, transforming the chaos of life's battles into a place of balance and peace. When you succeed, you find your spiritual courage and strength. The wounds you have taken will begin to heal. Now, some may scar, leaving a remembrance of the journey that you have traveled. Now, with this energy, you have a choice to move on from your inner battles and heal, or continue to live and fight on your chosen external battlefield. This chapter in life is coming to an end. Only you can decide which is the right path for you, really. Now, with the Nine of Wands, you may feel angry, on the defensive, overreacting, not knowing when to let something go. This energy signals traumatic experiences in your life that need to be confronted and healed. At these times, it is important to connect to your true inner being, letting go of the battles in your mind, heart, and soul. Now, this requires clarity, strength, belief, and trust. Once this is achieved, you stand your ground as life's hard lessons swirl around you. Light will shine through to your heart and soul, and the battle becomes the path of acceptance that leads to healing and peace. You begin to see karmically what is your work and what is not. This energy brings you an opportunity to grow and expand out of toxic and traumatic experiences into a new way of life that is completely fulfilling. Here we have the Ten of Coins, or Ten of Pentacles, as it is sometimes known. A particularly good energy for you. It is Mercury ruling the third decan of Virgo, that 13th to the 22nd of September. Now, this is great because in ordinary astrology, Mercury rules, and it is also exalted in Virgo. So you'll get good communication skills with Mercury and good organization skills from Virgo. So there is success and abundance with this card. Look, the bottom line is that this energy here brings success, and with you a sense of abundance. You are experiencing the riches of life now, and this is probably because you've been letting some of these things go, you know. The Ten of Coins here blesses you with spiritual wisdom being channeled and expressed into the material. Life feels golden. You have found the key to living your earthly desires in balance with divine thought, and the rewards are magical. This beautiful balance gives you a deep appreciation, not only for what you have achieved on the earthly plane, but what you have achieved in your spiritual evolution. The two go hand in hand, you know, and when in balance, the experience is truly a magical one. The key to this Ten of Coins is recognizing how life's treasures magically come to you through the cyclic process of giving and receiving. The Ten of Coins speaks of the miracles that happen in everyday life. You just have to recognize them. This 10 is the ability to blend the energies of spirit and matter into a wondrous life. It symbolizes the home, work, and the luxuries of life, good health, and success. There is a strong sense of family, community, and respect for Mother Nature. I think what there is also here is that when you receive divine wisdom from Spirit, that wisdom transforms into intellectual imagination, inspiring you to achieve your ideas and thoughts into the world of form. You become a visionary of your life, living your life's purpose, your divine purpose. At this point, there is an understanding of how you and your actions are connected to the greater whole. The world community, in effect, becomes your family. And I think there is within you an inherent sense of wanting to serve mankind and honor Mother Earth. At one time or another, we all need a helping hand through our journey in life. Your life has put you in a position where you can help another individual or take action on a larger scale. This launches you onto a new stage of awareness and acceptance of responsibilities, stretching you to think and see life with a more expansive perspective. It awakens the soul. You are in harmony and peace with your surrounding, bringing you security in your work, community, and home. Relationships are stable and deepening. This 10 has brought you well-being, prestige maybe, success, and for someone, riches. But it also signals a time to prepare yourself to cross the portal of the next cycle of discovery. Your life, I think, is in transformation at this moment. This might speak of transformation. Let me see. Lovely card here. Interestingly, death is often said to be riding a pale horse, but in this case the horse is dark. The clothes of the woman are dark. And the woman is wearing a death mask, which is to say that she can put on or take off the energies of the card. The black flag of death has a white rose emblazoned upon it. From this distant, watery scene here, a stream flows and the sun is coming up between two pillars. Quite an interesting depiction. Do you know, death represents change and letting go, but also transformation, you see, renewal, and promise of rebirth. There is no death without some sort of rebirth. The key number is 13 here. Some people think it's an unlucky number, but I don't think it is at all. When some people look at this card, they think immediately of physical death, but in the tarot, the death card doesn't signify physical death at all, but it can symbolize the death of your ego, the ending of a project, a relationship, a pattern, or some emotional or physical experience. A part of you or something in your life is dissolving, dying, or disintegrating, but for the good. Change is at hand, and it is out of your control. It is impending, I feel here. Now, resistance to this impending change brings fear and dread, not wanting to feel pain and sadness. Now, strangely, This death energy here is your ally, reminding you of the ever-changing cycles of life. The experience of death and rebirth are constantly occurring all around you, transforming the present into new days, new seasons, new lives, and new paths. Death brings completion with the opportunity of restart and renewal. This energy promises that if you release what you cling to so dearly, it will transform the dark unknowing into the light of a bigger picture and perspective. As a cycle in your life comes to an end, the seed of something else is in the offing. Death of any sort is a fearful experience. Now, I can tell you from my own personal experience that shamanic initiation rituals take a person into a trial death experience, tricking the ego into thinking that the person has actually died a physical death, and then taking it back through the portal of rebirth into the world. When you go through your own cycle of death and rebirth, it raises your awareness to a higher understanding of your life's purpose. It is a sobering experience and never easy. Therefore, that's the reason why people fear it. This usually brings some of the greatest transformations and changes into your life. It can bring you to your knees and eliminate what is false and isn't working. It shifts you from stagnation. It takes you through the dark portal of unknowing into the light, bringing new opportunity, deeper spiritual understanding, and gratitude for life. This wants you to confront what you resist. You may be reluctant to let go, but it only creates more pain with no completion or healing and no opportunity for rebirth. Death assists you in releasing your demons. When times are difficult, it wants you to trust in the divine. Your faith in the divine and the love in your heart will pull you through the darkness. Every moment is a new experience if you are open to it. Acceptance is key in releasing fear and pain. If your heart does not resist, your spirit will be filled with the grace of divine light, and you will come back from the darkness renewed like the first breath of spring. I think this represents some challenging changes in your life. This will leave an impression on your heart and soul. But as the waves of healing love and time slowly soothe the pain of the dark void within, your life can shift to embrace all, the light and the dark, and in your soul you will know you are richer for it. I think that takes us finally, does it, to this? I think so. Well, the Queen of the Thrones of Air. I think that Libra and Virgo are going to be important to you during this time. Here she sits. She looks like one of those 1800s sort of European monarchs, doesn't she? The Queen of Swords is the celestial queen, channeling pure divine thought and truth. She symbolizes the mother goddess of purity, light, and divine wisdom. The Queen embodies the elements of water for emotion and air for mind by balancing and integrating fluid female intuitive wisdom and the airy divine intellect. She expands the energies into intuitive wisdom. Her intellect and perception make her a leader of authenticity and of justice for humanity itself. The Queen of Swords is independent and confident, and you will be. Sometimes you might feel that you have a photographic memory for details. She symbolizes also, I think, the ultimate problem solver. The Queen doesn't recognize excuses or justifications. As a warrior of truth and honesty, she does not tolerate false perceptions in herself or in others. She thinks ahead, makes a plan, communicates it, and takes action. With a precise mind and a strong will, she cuts through confusion, fear, and doubt. Now, sometimes people may find this Queen stern and intimidating. She is, I do admit, the least emotional of the four queens. The Queen of Swords shares the elements of water with her sister queens, but her strong mind, air, for swords, fights the feelings in her heart. She has experienced deception, loss, sorrow, and life's hard knocks. Her independent, brilliant mind helped her survive her travels through the lessons of the suits of sword and your travels through life. Rather than become a victim, the Queen has worked hard through her challenges. Through her difficulties, she has become wise and powerful. Her struggles and misfortunes have made her a woman to reckon with. In her journey, she suppressed her emotions, perhaps, not wanting to expose her heart. As a result, she is more confident, conducting herself through her intellect, and she might even view emotions as a weakness at this time. Her challenge is to keep her mind and heart in balance, giving both equal respect. She needs to recognize that her keen perception comes from her intuitive abilities. This noble Queen needs to mend that bridge to come into her full power and potential. Now, she is a powerful force, and when she arrives in your life, as she has done, get ready for transformation. You will be asked to be clear about the path you've taken. Are you following your life's purpose? What distractions are you allowing to misguide you? Her lesson is to be very clear, honest, and forthright about your choices. Discover your power by facing and removing blocks and fears that hold you back from your truth and free will. Truth is a transformative energy that brings you to the threshold of any challenge, demanding you cut through any belief systems or patterns that cloud your mind and block your heart. The Queen of Swords awakens the sacred warrior of clarity and truth within you, cutting away the blocks that shadow your inner light and strength. She brings you wisdom and healing. What a good woman. Ah, well, there you go. Beautiful, beautiful images, really, aren't they? Didn't you enjoy that? I certainly enjoyed providing it to you. It was my pleasure and privilege to do so. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you again. Don't forget the annual reading that's there, as I mentioned. Have a look at that. But in the meantime, remember one thing, and remember it's this, and it is that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.